All right. Hello, camera. This is Katie. We met because I actually stabbed my hand and gave myself a scar, and she was the urgent care nurse. So this, by the way, this is a demo of Scarwork, because people have been asking me what exactly is Scarwork, and I think it's actually just more fun to see than for me to explain it. So Katie, when she was gluing together my own scar, I was like, yeah, this is really funny because I do scar work, but I have not had my own injury ever. And she shared that she had a severed tendon 10 years ago.
Yeah, severed a tendon with a kitchen knife. Had to have repair like a couple months later, and it's been crooked ever since.
Yeah, and it was actually really comforting for me to have somebody to bond over about kitchen knife accidents. But yeah, been crooked ever since.
Just with like a retracted tendon because they had to find it post injury once it had retracted.
Okay. So we'll actually, and I'm just already going for it. So part of what scar work is the parts that were severed even after they heal, they're a different texture than all the surroundings. And via feeling minute textural differences, they can get reuptaken back into the surrounding web of tissue. So they get a lot closer to normal tissue texture. And Sharon Wheeler, who actually I will be studying with in June, is the developer of this method. I only studied with one of her students, not her proper. She has said it just can go all the way back to being normal tissue sometimes, which is not, like, I'm not quite at that level. I just get marked improvements over what it was doing before. But maybe actually, can you like, yeah, let's have you like hold up your hand to the camera. So that's kind of what I was just going for it. That like intense small movement.
The tendon was severed, but there was also a surgical scar that like filleted my finger like that. So it's pretty crooked in this way. I can get it straight if I really try, but that's baseline, and it's pretty much scarred all the way down.
Yeah.
Till here.
Yeah, and then do some like finger wiggles so we can see how it's moving or not moving.
It moves. It just not like I'm hyperextended in these ones, and this one just stays there.
Totally. It's just like not extending all the way out.
Yeah.
And actually, maybe have you scoot up a little bit. This is yeah, and might not be terribly much to look at, but I'm feeling for
I guess the question is the scar work for the outer tissue, or can it also do like the ligamentous tissue below?
Yeah, it doesn't super distinguish. It can work with internal scarring. Because I definitely feel a lot of stuckness around this particular joint. But that is, I feel like a little bit of pulsing. My practice works with every single tissue type. So that's why I'm becoming like even bones. But that's not a pre-existing bodywork modality. That's my math nerd self being like, I just want to be able to name everything that I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And I am feeling stuckness. Like basically, like sometimes people's tension is like 3 inches into their abdomen, and I'm like, that's not a muscle, that must be an organ. So scar work would be more of the whatever was severed, helping it be less of a jagged seam and more of a, yeah, because when it heals back, it's like a seam in previously unbroken fabric. And it can be either a really lumpy seam or like a smoother seam.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. I actually feel this might not be Scarwork proper, but I feel some sort of line of strain pulling all the way up into your elbow.
Mm.
So, yeah, get comfy. And yeah, so I track changes in the tissue texture,
Mm-hmm.
is how it lets me know when to move my hands.
And I feel what you're doing.
Oh, wow, cool. Yeah, what does it feel like?
It's pulsing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pulsing is something I learned to feel from the outside. It's weirdly like the craniosacral people, that's a bodywork modality.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it's the same thing they call the therapeutic pulse, but I have not had like a good, rigorous conversation with anyone about like, hey, what is that pulsing? Like, that's kind of something that I noticed was getting really good results in session. And my top hypothesis is that that is specifically the self-organizational response of the body.
Yeah.
The thing where the tissues start rearranging themselves. So yeah, I feel this somehow like between this point and my middle finger that the camera cannot see, there's it's almost like a triangle of like too tightly strong tension between all three of those points. And by putting slack on it is often when that pulsing starts. And yeah, materially, my top guess is that that's literal fluid flow and electrical flow coming back to those areas. But on the level of texture, I just know that following that particular release pattern tends to be pretty enduring.
Would it be helpful if I took my watch off?
What?
My watch.
Yeah, may as well. I mean, I'm still going through it, but ooh, yeah, okay. So lots of bone stiffness kind of on the outside of the wrist. And okay. Yeah, a little bit of unwinding. So this will often happen, and this is part of my method. It's like you can't, like often you do some work here and then you integrate it back into everything else. Because if I took like 100% of all the tension out of here, it would probably just be bounced right back from the other part that's not on board.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh, yeah.
Because when I left the room, I showed my coworker, and they're like, I've never seen your finger not so crooked.
Oh. Ooh, okay. Yeah. And yeah, the like little twitchies are also something. Yeah, okay. I'm feeling subtle pulsing all the way from between my hands here to up here. Maybe vasculature, who knows? Yeah, where I'm super solid is I've learned to work on the level of texture, and my current project is putting anatomy words to it.
I was going to say, I mean, hand anatomy is super complex. I was going to a hand occupational therapist for a while
Oh yeah.
to get mobility back, and it's really cool.
Yeah. So you've like already done a bunch of work on this? Or?
I mean, just after it first happened, I had no mobility.
Gotcha.
I couldn't bend my finger at all.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that was cool because I switched over here and immediately got a few more of the twitches.
And I don't really feel the twitches.
Yeah. Mm. Oops. Okay, I'll actually have you. Yeah, do you have a like t-shirt under this one?
I do.
Yeah, and I think it might be better for you to lie down because that's tracking all the way in the shoulder, and we're kind of like leaning against the table, so yeah, with your head on this side.
Oh.
Because yeah, I mean, for the sake of the video, I'm like, yeah, I already have done 10 minutes of work on this finger about a month ago, but why I'm going like kind of all over the place now is to give it the best chance of really integrating and not rebounding. So yeah, the 10 minutes. They got like instant results, but some of them rebounded, but also there was some cool scabbing on Katie's finger after.
Yeah, that's super interesting. Just along the scar.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I bet like severing that and that loss of mobility just like really changed the wrist shape. So, I mean, really changed. I'm like to a bodyworker who tracks minute changes in textural variance, and most people would probably not notice. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm gonna turn the video off to give myself some more just like dropped in concentration time, and then we'll report back on the layout. What does it feel like?
I just feel like as you've been right over it, like I was feeling the sensations as you were on the forearm and wrist, like the pulsating along the finger. But as you've been on it, it's almost been like having some heat.
Ooh, yeah.
That definitely feels like internal, not like warmth from your fingers.
Cool.
And still, like even where you're not touching it has that feeling.
Yeah.
And I think like concentrating on that lower part of my finger is probably something I never really worked on, but I'm feeling it like feels like the laxity has changed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm tracking all these little micropulses and changes in tissue texture.
Yeah.
Because when I started, it felt like almost like, I mean, yeah, dead and stiff compared to the like extremely pliable finger right to the left of it.
Yeah.
But I think it must be similar to like watercolor paint or something, where like the pigment moves around in the paint kind of at the speed of the water.
Yeah.
And the tissue unwinds here at the speed of whatever the fluid in the body is. Because that's like I move a little bit and then I sit and wait for it to respond. forgot what I said earlier about it's like sculpting a live responsive clay.
Yeah. And it kind of feels like that, like I can feel you press down and then feel the clay around it like moving.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so we'll see about just getting this stuff in place. But I really like this work because I can just kind of hyper focus on textures.
Yeah.
Right.
It's kind of fun in a small spot too. It's like,
Yeah. Let me see if I can get some video in on this. Yeah, so context during this talking piece, I have been sitting right here and extremely minutely. Oh, can we get it from above? Maybe not. I've just had both of my hands right here. And oh, there's some one-handed scarwork. Yep, there's a little swirly bit. Yeah, what's happening? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, one of the people my teacher worked on, she was like, whoa, it feels like a pimple popping. Yeah. Yeah, and then more context for video. Wow, okay, yes, really. And all of those subtle motions of my hand are part of it. This is what bodyworkers call unwinding. Applying some level of consistent catalytic contact to the tissue. Because if I just took my hands off, like the process would feel interrupted or something like that. Yeah. Nice, and there's the literal hand bones or the finger bones. They, in my awareness, they got a little bit more responsive versus they were a bit stiff and offline before. And there's still, I mean, yeah, this is a 10-year-old pattern, so there's still, whoa, yeah. So yes, it doesn't feel done. Like I could probably do a full 90 minutes just on this whole thing, but it's really cool that it can start waking back up in just a few minutes.
Tighter at that point, like winding it up almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, is there any like residual tension left? Is it like cropping up anywhere?
I feel the tension.
Yeah.
Like actually, if you trace that piece down.
Oh yeah.
Like if that's my baseline, it's way less.
Hello, so last piece of the video, yeah, go ahead and wiggle your hands around. So we just had a whole, like, what I was saying, I don't necessarily know where my sessions are gonna go. We actually spent a lot of time working on bone things in Katie's wrist. Like I turned off the video and was like, great, I'm immediately in this area with a lot of like stiffness that felt like it was in bone. And yeah, but what else are you noticing?
I mean, it's similar to the much abbreviated session, but like that's a straightness that I couldn't have obtained prior to you starting.
Amazing.
So I'm super interested to see if it holds because there was clearly so much more involvement this time around.
Yeah, this time was fun because I got to go all the way up
Yeah.
the arm.
I'm so curious.